Hello and welcome to Group 5's presentation. For our event, we chose Endangered Species Day, which falls on May 21st this year. We developed the program as if we were in a public library near Olympia, Washington, which is where one of our group members lives and works. Some facts about our program. We decided to allow a maximum of 40 participants, though family members would also be allowed to attend. This program is geared toward elementary-aged patrons. We decided that 4 staff members would be best, 1 staff member for every 10 participants. The program would be held outdoors on library grounds. We decided to have 2 canopies set up outside, especially because rain is usually possible in this area. One would be for our visiting wildlife group, and the other for art projects. Our budget is broken down as you see on the slide. Our total would be about $961 before wages were included. The outside entertainment we would bring in is the Billy Frank Jr. Nisqually National Wildlife Refuge. On the right side of this slide, you will see several other events that we considered. For our advertising, we decided to have a poster competition open to our library patrons and local elementary schools, which we would announce 2 months before the event. The winning entry would be used as our advertising poster for the program. We would put up posters and flyers within the library and include the event on library's social media, newsletter, and calendars. Posters would be dropped off at local elementary schools for display, and we would write a short description of the program that could be included in the school's newsletters and calendars. Of course, we would also promote the event through word of mouth to our patrons. As mentioned previously, the Billy Frank Jr. Nisqually National Wildlife Refuge would be our outside entertainment. They would present for about 30 minutes and would include a detailed description of the refuge and let patrons know where they are located, and they would describe animals that can be found in the refuge, including over 200 species of birds, mammals, reptiles, amphibians, and fish. They would talk about local endangered species such as the coho salmon and peregrine falcon, seen on the lower right of this slide. They would also detail the importance of preserving the habitat of all the animals in the area. The presenter would bring along a few small animals or unusual insects for the participants to see and potentially pet, helping them learn about some of the diverse wildlife in their area. Lastly, the presenter would discuss what we can all do to help protect these animals and their habitats, bringing attention to efforts both big and small that can have a substantial impact both locally and globally. Materials from the refuge will be included in the bags we will hand out at the end of the event.
As part of our program, we will be having a short 10-minute story time. The book I have chosen for this story time is The Snail and the Whale by Julia Donaldson. I wanted to pick a book that represented a species that is endangered and can be found in Washington. That species is the humpback whale, and it can be found in waters off the coast of Washington. Before I read the book to the kids, I would prepare some facts about the status of the humpback whale to share with them. Then, after I read the story, I would make sure to have a table set up with books that also gave information on endangered species. The kids could check these books out.
After the wildlife presentation and story time, kids will move on to the art portion of the program. We have chosen 3 different art projects to present to those who attend. The first is an endangered species mosaic in which children will use recycled paper to glue onto a pre-printed outline of an endangered animal. The second art project is an endangered species animal mask. Using paper plates, strings, and various other recycled materials, children will be able to create animal masks centered around their favorite animal they have learned or read about. The final art project, barring any unforeseen circumstances with rain, will be a chalk art center where students can create art centered around the concept of endangered species. As this is open to elementary students, providing various art projects allows kids to pick what suits their interest and capabilities. As an addition to the program, the ongoing program of story trails will continue with the endangered species theme, setting up the week before and continuing on for another 3 to 4 weeks after the conclusion of the program. This information will be provided to families during the program and advertised on various websites, social media, and handouts. The 3 trails are suitable for elementary kids and will include links for the trails. The 3 trails to choose from include the Tumwater Falls Trail at 0.8 miles, in which the book will be Don't Let Them Disappear by Chelsea Clinton, the Watershed Park Trail at 1.4 miles, in which the book will be Almost Gone, The World's Rarest Animals by Stephen Jenkins, and the final trail will be the Wetland Forest Loop Trail at 2 miles. in which the book will be Red Alert: Endangered Animals Around the World by Catherine Barr. We will also encourage and promote the Nisqually National Wildlife Rescue Trails in conjunction with these three.
At the end of the program, we'd like to have a fun way to give some additional resources to the kids. To do this, we would purchase some reusable bags made from recycled materials. These bags can be found and purchased on Amazon. Each child would get one bag, and in this bag would be 3 or 4 animal stickers. They would have one bookmark with a picture of an endangered species and some facts about it on the back. They would also have a brochure that contained information on where you can find our Storywalk trails. We would also provide a printed annotated bibliography so that parents and children could find additional resources that the library has on endangered species. The wildlife rescue would also be invited to add any of their own information to the bag.
Thank you so much for watching.